Hey guys, it's Jasma, and today I'm gonna make some coconut braided buns. These are small, delicious buns that has a very interesting swirly effect. It just looks really cool after it's baked. Enjoy this as a breakfast, as a snack, or take it out on a picnic. Either way, I hope you love these buns as much as I do. Let's get started. Here's just a quick overview of all the steps involved. First things first, I'm gonna make the Poolish Starter for the bread. This is equal parts mixture of water and flour with a little bit of yeast, and then it is left to ferment to form a really bubbly mixture that will add tons of flavor and elasticity to the dough. So here I have my bread flour. I will be using whole wheat for the rest of the dough, but for the starter, I'm gonna just use plain white bread flour. So to it, add the room temperature water and instant yeast. Then give it a mix until there are no more dry clumps of flour. This does not have to be smooth. Transfer the mixture into a container that has a lot of additional space because it will grow a lot. Then just let this sit at room temperature for an hour. It's going to start to bubble like this. Then place it into the fridge for it to ferment for at least 12 hours. Be sure to make this ahead of time. You need at least 12 hours, but this can be stored in the fridge for up to 3 days, so you can make it that far in advance as well. After fermenting, you can see how much the Poolish has grown. It would have formed a ton of air bubbles and look almost stringy like this when you pull it apart. So now we're ready to start making the dough. I'm gonna add this straight into my stand mixer bowl with a hook attachment. I always like to make breads with a stand mixer because it's just a lot easier, but you can totally do this by hand. Then to this, I'm gonna add in my whole wheat bread flour, ground flaxseed, hemp seeds, some more instant yeast, as well as cracking a whole egg. Then begin kneading. Stop the mixer every once in a while to scrape down the sides and the hook attachment. Continue kneading until there are no more dry clumps left. Then add in the unsalted butter and salt. I'm adding the salt at this point because you never want to have salt come in contact with yeast directly, since it will deactivate that. Then continue kneading for at least 10 minutes until all the unsalted butter has been absorbed into the dough. This has been kneading for about 10 minutes. You can see that it no longer sticks to the sides of the bowl or my fingers. So I'm going to transfer this into a bowl for it to rise, and before I'm doing that, I'm gonna grease it. Cover this and then let it rise for at least an hour until it has doubled in size. The amount of time it takes for your dough to rise is going to depend on the temperature of your room. While the dough is rising, I'm gonna quickly make the coconut filling for the buns. This is super simple. You're just gonna need some desiccated coconut, white granulated sugar, an egg, and a little more unsalted butter. Then mix with a spatula until it forms a smooth paste. It's been an hour and my dough has finished rising. So now we can start to assemble the buns. I have cleaned my surface and I'm gonna do it on here just so I have a little more space. Lightly dust the surface so nothing sticks. Gently flip out the dough. And we want to roll this out into a rectangle, so I'm just gonna press it down a little bit first before I grab my rolling pin. Try and stretch this and press it down from a circle into a rectangle, and then grab your rolling pin to roll it out into a longer rectangle. Now I'm going to spread on all of the coconut filling. Try to make it as even as possible. I like to start by dolloping the filling all over the dough before spreading it out with my offset spatula. This is because the filling is quite thick and we do not want to drag the dough, so you want to do it in little bits. Once there's an even layer, fold the top third of the dough downwards so there's still a third of the filling exposed on the bottom. Pat everything out to ensure there are no big air bubbles, and then fold the bottom third portion of the dough upwards to seal everything off. Go over this one more time with the rolling pin to flatten it out a little bit and also make sure all the layers are pressed together. Then we can cut this up. I'm going to use a ruler to quickly make a reference for myself, and since I want to make 12 buns, I'm going to chop this dough into 12 portions, starting with 4 pieces and then cutting each part into thirds. Now for the fun part, since these are braided buns, we're going to make 2 cuts in each portion of dough, but leave about 1 centimeter still attached to the top. And then with the 3 strands of dough, just braid it like usual. Once you get to the bottom, pinch everything together and then roll it up into a bun. At the very end, cuff both of your hands just to roll the ball around and make it more circular, and then place it onto a parchment-lined baking tray with plenty of space between each one. All the buns are braided. I made 12 in total, and now they're ready to rise for the second time. I'm going to cover them with a damp towel while they do that so it doesn't dry out and form a crust. During this time, start to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're also going to mix together some egg whites with milk to form egg wash. And this will be brushed over the proofed buns, which should be twice in size. This is going to add a little shininess and also just help it get more color while baking. Then into the 350 degrees oven this goes for around 16 minutes until it is golden brown. These will have puffed up even more and smell absolutely amazing, so pull them out of the oven, and it is inevitable that some of the filling will spill out while baking and just burn a little bit, so just break those off, it's no big deal, and then place it onto a wired rack to cool. These are so soft, so flaky, and the coconut just makes everything 10 times better. I definitely recommend eating these while warm, and be sure to heat it up if you do end up refrigerating it. And that's pretty much it with these coconut braided buns. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.